guys. How y'all doing? Sorry, 1 second. Love you too, mommy. By the way, guys, heater up 3427. Just... Alright. Like Mr. Witten said, I am the student council president here at Cornerstone. My name is Stetson Stallworth. If you flip to the last page in the book that you have, that's me. A little bit about me. I play football and I play basketball. Number 10 in the program, number 1 in your heart. I've been at this school for 9 years, so actually since kindergarten. I have a sister graduating from Gorman this year. She's going to go to UNLV. Go Rebels, right? Scarlet and Gray all the way. I too am going to attend Gorman, follow my sister's footsteps, and one last thing, I also like sunsets and long walks on the beach. And also, I extremely dislike wearing suits. I'm sorry. I really wish I was wearing my toe shoes right now, Snuggie. I know, Mr. Fell, you love those toe shoes, right? They actually are surprisingly comfy, not gonna lie. And, you know, nothing says comfy like a Snuggie. Come on. Whoever has a Snuggie here, raise your hand. Whoever owns a Snuggie. Now, I know if I put a lie detector in each one of you, almost every hand would have gone up. Alright, so before we really get into the heart of my speech, I'd like to share with you my favorite CCA memory. Can you please play that clip? You can read it, but it's nothing like actually seeing it. That's me. See, it's nothing like actually seeing it. That right there is actually Mitch Conley. He's a good friend, I like it. He's alright. And, you know, that was actually before they put the big pads on the poles outside, so they were actually really hard then, so. So now, I'm going to change the mood a little bit, since we've had a few laughs, if that's okay. I'm going to go seriously. I'm going to share with you some tips that have been passed down to me from my family and from my dad. These are tips that every single one of us will use in our life to come. Whether you play high school sports or not, whether we even graduate from high school or not, whether we grow up and have a family or not, every single one of us here will use these tips in life to come. I guarantee it. And even you parents and supporters that are here with us tonight, even you guys will use this. And, you know, if you want to be a champion, if you want to put in the work to climb the mountain of victory, then these are just some things that are necessities that you must do. Now, you can choose to not put in the work and just be okay and not be a champion, really. But I hope none of us here tonight ever have that mentality. Because once you think like that once, then you'll do it again and again. Like Vince Lombardi said, great football coach, he said, winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. And I really don't think any of us here want to have a mediocre life. I mean, we have great things to come, and I just really hope we can fulfill our potential. But back to the quote, what this says to me is, it just says don't do anything halfway, not now, not ever, because sadly enough, it will catch up with you if you do, because every action has a consequence. The C in champion actually stands for two things. The first is critics. Don't ever listen to your critics. They cannot do you any good. My favorite speech in history is The Arena by Teddy Roosevelt. He says, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or how the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena." And that is the truth right there. Also, one of the greatest music artists of all time, Uncle Cracker. Everybody loves him, right? He says in one of his songs, I don't need no critics, I don't need no suits, I just need somebody who can tell me the truth. And once again, that's the truth. The C in champion also stands for class. Will Smith said it perfect. He said, always tell the truth and always say your prayers, hold doors, pull out chairs, and easy on the swears. Have class in everything you do. Because if you wouldn't want it printed on the front page of the newspaper next morning for everybody to read, then you just shouldn't do it. It's that simple. The H stands for hard work. But I'm actually talking about what my dad calls the lonely work. The lonely work breeds champions. Anybody can work hard when you have a boss or a coach yelling in your ear. But champions are formed. And superstars are made when nobody is watching. A is for attitude. This one's so important, guys. You need a winning attitude to succeed, really. But not only do you need a winning attitude, but you need to surround yourself with just people, just good company, so that they can really propel you to greatness. And by the way, guys, guilty by association, that's a real thing. Tony. M stands for make a difference. Truthfully, I don't remember much about my grandpa, about my Papa Richard, but what has been passed down to me from my family. And what he always used to say is, make your mark. And, just because the goal in life is not to live forever, it's to create something that will. It's to create that legacy that people will remember you. Now, if it's okay, I'm going to go sports mode on you for a second. I said I play football and basketball. One of my largest motivations is when coaches are saying games are won and lost in 5 or 6 plays. Then they ask, where are you going to be in those plays? I know my answer. Put me in, coach. I'll take the shot. But, that's a matter of self-confidence and just wanting to make a difference and wanting to make my mark. And that's just something that we need to have in ourselves. P is for passion. Like I said earlier, do everything in life with all that you have and 100% effort all the time. Mike Ditka, great football coach and a great player for the Chicago Bears. Some of you dads might know him. He said, talent in and of itself is no big deal. Success in football and success in life is bred when men and women recognize opportunity and pursue it with a passion. Give you a second to contemplate that, because that was pretty deep. P actually also stands for path as well. It's okay to follow the path, but don't be afraid to make your own trail. I stands for integrity. All of us graduates here are old enough to know right from wrong. So if you have to think about it too long, it's probably wrong. You probably shouldn't do it. The next letter in champion is O. O stands for offer. Offer other people services and really help others. Want to be happy for an hour? Take a nap. Happy for a day? Go fishing. Happy for a week? Go on vacation. But if you want to be happy for a lifetime, help others. The final letter, N, stands for never give up. Never, ever, ever, ever give up. There's one thing that my parents have drilled into my mind, is that I can achieve anything under the sun as you can. As long as we do it for the right reasons and we put every ounce of effort we have into that cause. Until we lay exhausted on the battlefield of life, victorious. And I'd like to say a few final things before I sit down off this, or the stage, but stage front, I guess. I'd just like to say thank you. The 8th grade class graduating from Cornerstone Christian Academy, class of 2012, appreciates that all the parents, teachers, church staff, and influence do for us. Even after all those beatings I've taken from Pastor Greg, And all the big head jokes from Mr. Hicks and Mr. P. You can laugh, it's okay. We really do appreciate you guys. Even though at times we may act like snotty teenagers, we really do thank you for propelling us all forward into life and being stepping stones and true pillars for us as we venture out into the game that's even bigger than Super Bowl, really. And that's the championship game of life. Thank you guys. And one more thing before I sit down for last time.